And I guess we're live. The return of the Blackturn live stream. Let me go live here on Instagram too if I can. And trying to go live on a few different platforms. So I have returned. This is my first live stream in a number of weeks, actually. I don't think I've done one since I don't know, for a while anyway. Let's see, we have a few joining the live stream already. Let's see, Simon, Crave Carving, Propagandapa, and a few others as well. So Lefebvre, Fix It. Okay, so this is the return of the weekly live stream, and I will give you guys an update on the new sticks I'm working on, and also on the different things that I've been doing. And I must give you a life update too, because like I've been kind of out of action. Thank you, Simon. Top of the evening to you as well. I can't bring up the Instagram comments here on this, but I'll clear these comments first, and then I'll explain a little bit of what I've been going through for the last few months. It's a bit of a sad story, guys, but I'm still here. So I think you know, I'll tell you guys first in the live stream, then I'll make some probably YouTube videos on it as well to help other guys that have to go through what the ordeal that I've been through recently. Steve Kelly, good evening, Francis. Welcome back. Yes, I'm happy to be back. This is my first live stream in a while. Let's see now. Can you send out sticks untouched? No, all my sticks, Deanie Boy, would be finished as well. I don't really sell my raw materials because I need them to make sticks myself. Mary Miles, great to see you back. Yes, it's good to be back. I'll wait till a few more join as well. Then I'll go through my story of what I've been through, as well as like updating. I have plenty of sticks on the website. I just uploaded about 20 new walking sticks as well, and I have plenty of these. Remember, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. If you want to get your Irish shillelaghs, your walking sticks, your hiking sticks to march in a St. Patrick's Day parade, there's still time to do that. If you get your orders in this weekend, there's still plenty of time to do that. So if you want to order something for St. Patrick's Day, such as you want to walk around with a nice little shillelagh or something like this. These are kind of handy to carry in the parade because they're just light and easy and different things. You can carry it over your shoulder, look a bit menacing, hold it around. It's probably the only time of the year you'd be allowed to carry one of these around in public, you know, especially some of the USA states as well. But yeah, like this would be something as well that I would work on. So if you're interested in my sticks, go to McCaffreycrafts.com. Mary Miles is saying good for you as well. Let's see, Grace, Rainy as well. All right, guys. There's a few on here now, and I'll probably just get into it because the first thing I'll do is probably just tell you guys while I've been away. I suppose there's no easy way of saying it, but before Christmas, I got some bad news, and I needed to have some emergency surgery to remove it as well. And it's one of those embarrassing things for men to talk about, and especially if a man who's my age of 45, I didn't expect to get some news like that. And I suppose I'll just give you guys visual representation first before I say what happened. So you'll kind of figure this out as I'm telling the story as well. Okay, so here is a kind of round shape object. So there was one of these round shape objects which was a part of my body, which is a perfectly normal round part of your body. But what happened is this started to change, and it started to get a bit bigger, and then it started to get a little bit bigger. So this is my visual representation of what I've been through. So I used to have something like this. Then it started to get bigger. Then it like doubled in size. And I had this problem for about 6 months that I was kind of aware of, but I thought it was nothing. I wasn't really too keen to go to the doctor and different things as well. And he said, "What was that little stick used for?" It was used as an Irish shillelagh and a symbol of Irish heritage as well. So basically, look, I got testicular cancer before Christmas. Well, I probably had it before that as well. And I know you're thinking, like, you know, you hear the C words and stuff like that, but testicular cancer is like a 95% survival rate. Most guys who get it, it is a curable type of thing as well. So yeah, so basically, like one of my testicles decided it didn't want to be a part of my body anymore, and my nut went rogue. And I caught it in time anyway, that it hadn't spread or anything like that. So yeah, so I'll probably like go some videos as well, because I kind of want to let guys know that are going through something like this, that it isn't too bad. It's not the best, it's not the best day to go through as well. But yeah, like I got testicular cancer, and before Christmas, and it was really really kind of something that I had to go through there. And then I needed to get some emergency surgery as well to remove the tumor, which had grown quite large as well. Um, so yeah, it was one of those awkward things as well. But I can kind of tell the story of kind of what happened and different things. Like, I suppose like last September or something, I noticed something was wrong, and like like most guys, I did absolutely nothing as well. And I decided, it's really weird, because like sometimes, I get like blackthorn stuck in awkward places. And once or twice over the years, I actually have got like a blackthorn stuck in my testicle. And it hasn't been a pleasant experience. And it kind of swelled a little bit and went down then. And I survived. So I was there, as you do, happy-go-lucky stick maker. And one of my testicles or nuts, it just seemed a bit weird. It just had that kind of weird feeling to it. And it was kind of, it didn't seem right. Then I was like, as most men do, sure, I'll be fine. Sure, it's nothing. Sure, I don't need to get that checked out. Thanks, Rosie, for your comment there about that. And mounted on a stick, and glad you're welcome, yeah, as well. But yeah, so like basically in September, I kind of knew something was wrong. In October, it was kind of growing a bit, and it definitely was awkward to move around and to different things. And then I said, I'll leave it. And then by Christmas time, the tumor had grown to be quite a big size, and so I probably needed to get something done about it. So I went to the doctor, and it's not, look, as I said to all, it's perfectly curable. The process is kind of annoying because, look, are you going to lose your nut? Yes, 100%. You're going to be living life, as a wad-nutted man. I see you, man. Comedian Tom Green. Yeah, you said that as well. So yeah, Tom Green also had to go through testicular cancer. Usually, men go through it between the ages of like 18 to 35, and it's such a weird process because, like, the thing is, when I noticed something was wrong, I went to see, right, what do I need to do? And usually when you have testicular cancer, you have to see a urologist first. So in Ireland, I was like, all right, I called up a urologist and said, hey, I want to come in to see you. And the urologist was like, no, you need to get a referral from your GP, your local doctor. So I said, all right, who's my local doctor? And like the kid's doctor is this female doctor. And like I felt a bit weird about going into female doctor and her to have an old fondle with the family jewels was not my thing. But sometimes in life you just have to kind of like not be too proud as a man and go for these things. So I went in there and she said she can't give me a referral until I get an ultrasound. So I was like, right. I was like, what? Okay, I'll get an ultrasound. But she's like, oh, it's very hard to get one because there's a waiting time at the moment. And I'm like, what? So there's two hospitals in Kerry. There's like the public hospital in Tralee, and there's a private hospital, the Bonds. And she said that we'll apply for both and we'll see which comes back first. So I was like, what? Can I just not just get an ultrasound and then get referred to a urologist? Because like for me, I was like, I had it for about like I was aware of it for a good 6 months, and I was kind of getting worried because it was getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And like, it's not the kind of growth a man usually likes in his pants. My testicle was getting huge, and it was really weird. And so anyway, I had to go see an ultrasound, and there was a wait queue for 2 months to go to get an ultrasound, which I think is pretty shocking in this day and age. Like, I couldn't get an ultrasound, so I had to go in to the private hospital, and I waited there, and I kept asking if there was any cancellations. And I got my GP to send some emails. I spam called them. I kept calling them, and I said, look, is there any way I can get an ultrasound? And then like I managed to get an ultrasound just before Christmas. And then I got referred to a urologist, on Christmas Eve. The ultrasound, the person there said it didn't look good. My GP said it didn't look good, and just wait to see a urologist. So then after Christmas, I was in to see the urologist, and he did. I need to do one more ultrasound again, and he looked at the old testicle and he said, "Yeah, man, that's got to go. That doesn't look good at all." So everyone, but the weird thing about like when you go to the doctors with like testicular cancer and stuff, they all talk in fruit. They're always like, "Can you just? Is it like the size of a plum? Is it the size of a lemon? Is it the size of an avocado, or is it the size of an orange?" And like I was kind of say, well, it depends. What kind of orange you talking about? You talking about a mandarin, or are you talking about one of the bigger oranges? So it's kind of really weird that they talk in fruit sizes when you're diagnosed with this sort of thing as well. So my operation was scheduled for the 20th of January. I'd mentally prepared myself to say, look, right, I'm going to be losing my testicle now. It's going to be chopped off. All right, man, be a man, be strong. It's useless. I already have 3 kids, so it's not like I need it anymore. It's just like an accessory. Who needs 2 nuts, And I was like all trying to convince myself about my cancer and what I had to do to go through it. So I was mentally prepared for my operation to remove the tumor, to get rid of this cancerous growth that was inside me before Christmas time, which was a very kind of tragic thing, But I was kind of like mentally prepared. I'm on my way to the hospital, and I get a call from the surgeon's office to say that the surgeon who's going to chop off my nut has got COVID, and you have to wait. And I was I'm a kind of guy that likes to take action and stuff, so when I heard that I had to reschedule, I was like, okay, the surgeon got COVID. Is there any other surgeons that can chop my nuts off? Or sorry, my nut? And they were like, no, you have to wait until he recovers. So then nothing happened. And then like on the 29th of January, I was told, okay, come in on the 31st to have the operation to remove the cancerous growth in my right testicle. So yeah, I went into the hospital, and it was actually quicker in Ireland to go the public route. Now there's no public urologist in County Kerry, so I had to travel all the way down to Cork, and it was like the weather wasn't great at that time. There's snow on the road and frost. So there actually is no urologist in Kerry Hospital. So I might have to lobby some local politicians and stuff to try to do that as well, because it's that, like, if you have to go back and forth like 2.5 hours, and it's really hard to get car parking in Cork, it's a pain in the ass. It's not really, really good at all. So they do have a urologist in the Bonds in Tralee, but I'd have to wait there longer because it was private, and a lot of people had scheduled already appointments to see the urologist. And given the size that it had grown to and the risk of it spreading, they rushed me through on the Cork Public Hospital, which were all right. The staff, like, when you go to like Cork Hospital, you kind of realize how bad the healthcare is in Ireland and how different things. Like, there's a few things that like really kind of like bothered me when I had to go through the operation on the day. Like, for one, there wasn't enough porters in the hospital to lift me from my stretcher onto my bed, and so like when I and also they didn't have enough beds on the day, and all the staff were stressed out. Like, there was a male nurse, and he was puking in the bathroom. He was working since 3 a.m. and it was now like 3 p.m. and he hadn't gone home yet, and he said he couldn't go home because there was no staff and different things as well. And like, the workers inside there, they're working really hard and really long hours, and they just don't have enough beds. They don't have enough staff on hand, and like, it's something that shouldn't happen at all in any country in the world as well. Like, so it was kind of pretty bad to see like the state that Cork Hospital was in terms of like, people waiting for beds and different things as well. And I was really weird because like after I came out from my operation, they said, look, if you're able for it, we'd like to give you a CT scan now. And like, I was half druggy and stuff. And when you get like a CT scan, you have to drink this kind of fluid for like, about, and you have 1 hour to drink 1.5 liters of this fluid so that you can drink it, and then they CT scan your chest and your stomach to see if the cancer has spread to other places as well. And getting like, when they brought me in the stretcher down to the CT scan room, there was no one to lift me from the stretcher onto the CT scan bed. And like, literally, I just had my operation. I had a 7-inch incision just below my stomach as well. So they basically cut the 7 inches. They reach down, grab out the nut, chop it, and tie a knot in it or something. I don't know. And so I was just like freshly out of operation. I was in kind of a lot of pain. They give you the magical painkillers called paracetamol. They gave me 2 paracetamol after the operation, and I could feel the pain, man. It was definitely tender and sore. And they asked me like if I could lift myself from the stretcher onto the CT bed to get my CT scan, and like it was so difficult to do. Like it was so painful, and trying to get off the bed, and they had no porter that could like lift me or help me or anything. So I had to kind of like try to do this. And then the CT scans is weird. Like they put this thing in your hand and pump some fluid into you. You get this burning sensation, and then you feel like you peed yourself as well. But that's a bit kind of weird as well. So that was kind of like a quick summary of like the testicular cancer that I got before Christmas and the recent operation I have. The recovery is pretty straightforward. Like the first 2 weeks you're kind of in a bit of pain. Then after 3 weeks you're kind of a bit better, and then about 6 weeks there's no heavy lifting. So my operation was about a month ago. I have 4 weeks down, so I'm back to light duties at work. So what I mean by light duties, so my dad has been great and been very good. I've had some guys make some sticks for me as well, which have been very very helpful. So I built up a number of stick stock for the last like month or two, to in case I wasn't unable to make some sticks. So I have plenty of sticks available as well, and yeah. So like my dad's doing a lot of the heavy lifting at the moment, and I'm doing easy things such as order picking out the orders, doing the shipping. I'm putting on the final finish and on the sticks as well. So I still have about another 3 to 4 weeks before I get down to some serious kind of work and stuff like that. Let me read the comments. There's my old dad, man, my helper. Thanks very much, Dad, for helping me out. There's Liesel. Just glad it's over, man. Watch out for those thorns. I know, man. I'm glad it's over too. Like, hopefully it's all behind me now. I can just recover and get on with it. But it's like, the thing is, when you get diagnosed with something like with cancer in the title, it's like really motivates you. It's like a super fuel. Like I can't describe at the moment how motivated I am to take over the world. Like literally, I'm rearing to go. Like my hands have been tied behind my back now, it seems, for a while. And I'm like a coiled spring. Like I just want to go at this and take over the walking stick business world. And it's a great motivator to go through something traumatic. I think, look, the thing about like dealing with something traumatic and with trauma is like it can break you if you want, but sometimes trauma is like, it's one of those double-edged swords. It can be really good because it can motivate you because once you go through something really traumatic and tough, you can pretty much go through anything then. Anything else just seems kind of trivial and different things. And apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, apparently, since I had that operation, I'm nicer, people say anyway, whatever that means. Like I wasn't nice before. Jesus, lads. Let's see, Anthony Eastward. Hope you're okay. Not Francis. Yeah, I'm all right. So glad you got it handled. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see. Robert Christian said, grandmother was from Limerick, Ireland, knew how to kilt, drove a Model T, made butter. They had more freedoms than Irish today and more leaders, as she said, in 1998 as well. Who was in charge in Ireland in 1998? It's probably Bertie and Fianna Fáil and those boys who bankrupted our country as well. Let's see now. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. Give me a second there as well. Speedy recovery. Yeah, man. It's like it's one of those ones that it's completely curable form of cancer, and it's just an operation. If it stays within the testicle, it's like all right because then it doesn't spread. But like it can spread, and if it did spread, it goes to the abdomen and chest, and still is curable. Then they would just need more operations and chemo and stuff like that. But hopefully now I'm all in the clear. Tim says hello, Francis and Frank. Hello. Hope all works out for you as well. Thanks very much. Hi, Mary. Hi, Liesel. Frank, I have to look after your son. Yeah, I've had to have people look after me. The kids were just joking around. Like my son is joking all the time that I only have one nut, and they're joking around when they see me hobbling and different things. But that's the kind of best way. That's the Irish way to do it: teasing and banter and things like that as well. Let's see, Francis. I had a CT scan, and yes, the feeling of peeing yourself is bizarre. Yeah, it's weird. It's like with a CT scan, you have to drink that's like dye for like an hour and a half. And let's see, Gandalf Wolfen saying, glad you're out of the woods. Best of luck. Love your sticks from California. I am indeed. I'm on the path to recovery as well. And like all I really want to do is get back into stick making, get back into business. I like making sticks. I like making money. I've combined my two likes together, and it's kind of does, as I said, it does change, your outlook as well. That I'm not leaving any little things bother me anymore. I'm just going to focus on myself, my family, and making as much money as possible. Because I want, I'm 45, man. I need to like save up in case anything else happens and different things. Like, so, it's one of those things to do as well. Yeah, but that's that feeling of the CT scan. It's weird. Like you feel like you've wet yourself and you peed everywhere. Like it's just a feeling. Like, it doesn't happen. Sorry to go through this. You're okay now. Thanks, Mary. Appreciate that as well. After my vasectomy, I put bags of frozen peas on the jewels. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of the same area, man. But I think if Red's vasectomy, I'm not sure if it's as bad as this one, man. But yeah, I'm still kind of swelled up all around where the incision is and stuff. Like it feels weird, like just having the one nut there. But I'll probably get used to that as well. It's like having an empty sock, like something's missing. But the one good weird advantage of just going through it is like you have like a lot of the guys here in the live stream, let's tell the truth, man, your nuts can be annoying. You have two of them, they're banging against each other, you're walking, you hit something, like they're sometimes the nuts can be more trouble than they are. And like when you have one, you have more space down there. So having more space, like strangely enough, like having one nut and space down there, it's kind of weird. Like you can kind of sit better, you can move better. Like it's one of the weird things as well about it. But like I'll do like some proper videos where I'll do a little series on YouTube, maybe 6 or 7 videos where I'll go through more detail, and it's more to kind of like help guys who are going through it, and to just like let them know not to freak out and calm down, and like everything is going to be okay. And like as I said, 99 to 95% of people are going to be fine. Hope you're recovering. I am indeed. It's a slow process. Like I know it's only been a month that I've been out, really, but like it's wrecking my head. Like what I found out about myself is that I hate being caged. Like when I was stuck at home looking out the window every day, I hated it. I hated being stuck in a room. Like I couldn't sleep at night. Like you have to, sleeping in bed is, and like you have all the pain from the incision and stuff and different things like that. So sleeping's kind of annoying too, because like usually I'd sleep on my side and I can't sleep on my side. Wishing you a swift recovery now, Francis. Thank you, Lisa. Rob Morris's bed wishes on your recovery. Not a noticeable change in your voice. Keep yourself. Yes, I'll probably be speaking like this now with my one testicle. Better not do stuff like that or I'll get cancelled like again. But you have to have a laugh about it. Like, look, what can you do? Like, I probably, like, I have 3 kids already, so that's good. So another advantage is I'll be firing blanks from now on. So I will not be impregnating any more people, which is probably pretty good. Let's see. Finally able to start catching your live stream again. I'm done working salary. Holy crap, what a tale to come back to. Keep your spirits up again strong. Yeah, sorry about, man. It's my testicular cancer story. Lost a nut. But like to be honest, I'm not really bothered with losing the nut. It's as I said, it wasn't really something that I paid attention to. It wasn't useful. Like say for example, if I lost a finger, if I lost a hand, if I lost a leg, if I lost my voice, dear God, man, what would I do? But losing my testicle, I don't know, man. It's like that doesn't bother me. Like I'm kind of like a bit frustrated. Like the only thing that kind of really pissed me off was that I waited like 6 months to get it checked out. I waited too long. Like I always kind of value how knowledgeable I am in the world and how good I am and how great I am and how I get things done fast and different things. But like when it came to my own health and like I knew something was wrong, I delayed going in and delayed going in. And I just fucking kept making excuses and all these like not childish different things. And I was legitimately pissed off. Like on Christmas Day when the kids were opening the presents and stuff, like I wasn't like sad or anything. I was actually pissed at myself. I was like, how could I be so stupid to like wait so long for one of these cancers that is curable? But if you leave it long enough, of course, it causes way more problems. So like, I was kind of down on myself for that reason that like, and then it took me a week or two to kind of like, make sure that I was kind of feeling okay. How did you find out you had cancer? My testicle got huge. Like basically my testicle, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it got so big that you could kind of, when I was in my pants, it was like, imagine you're driving the car and put like an orange between your legs, and you kind of notice it as well. So like it just kind of grew, and it was noticeable. So luckily the thing about testicular cancer is you can see it, you notice it. Like, so if some people that have brain cancer, or they get cancer in their kidneys, or different places, they don't see it till too late. It can be quite difficult as well. But like with nut cancer, you can kind of catch it a bit quicker. But still, I was pissed off with myself that I waited 6 months. I was like, what am I doing, man? I should have got this done straight away. Let's see. Hi, stranger. How's the form on? And heard the cancer mentioned. Yeah, John, I got testicular cancer. I had my nut chopped off on the 31st of January. I'm in good spirits. I feel, I should talk about it, and, be a bit funny, and kind of different things as well, because like my main advice to anyone who's been diagnosed with some bad news or something like that is, first thing you do is don't go online looking and reading about the extremes. What if it's this? What if it's this? So what I decided to do is not go looking up all the medical stuff online and what's involved in the operation. I said, look, I'm just going to trust the process, as shitty as it is in Ireland, as like slow as it was. Like, I kind of wanted, like the day I found out, I wanted it removed like within an hour, but like I had to wait nearly, best part of like 6-7 weeks after being told I had it, to get it finally removed, which is kind of annoying, because like as every week went on, I was getting more and more worried about, oh, it's going to spread, because you never know if it spreads until you get your CT scan. Hi Joe, hi Liesel, hi, how yes, you're all saying hello to each other. The nuts are like shrubbery around the house, not really necessary, just to curb your peel. Yeah, it's not like I have a career in porn where I need to, like, here's my presentation and stuff, and it doesn't look too bad. It's like an empty. It's just so weird to describe it. Like it's like an empty sock a little bit, but it's not too bad. It doesn't look too bad. I could probably nearly get away with, like, it doesn't look as too bad. It just looks like your nuts on a cold day when your scrotum like shrimbles and stuff. Let's see. I like your local on it. Fair play, buddy, and hope you're on the mend. Yeah. Like the thing is, like, I knew it was 95% rate, and it's basically one of those cancers. Like, as I said, famous guys over the years, like Lance Armstrong got it, and he talked about it, and Tom Green, the comedian, got it, and a lot of guys have gone through this before, and they get through it. Like, it's, not gonna lie, you have to, like, mentally prepare yourself, like, and the waiting around is the only thing. But like the whole process, I wasn't really like sad or upset or anything. I was just like a bit angry, and I don't know, that was just my go through, and I kind of used that anger then to give me energy to motivate myself to keep working, keep answering message, and I just kept going on day after day like nothing was going on, and I just kept working, and I wasn't going to sit around and feel sorry for myself. Like, what's the point of that? And then, like, I was kind of thinking, like, it's January, I have plenty of sticks. I got my dad to help me out. I, like, when I found out that I had got the testicular thing problem in just before Christmas, on Christmas Day, Stephen's Day, the next day, I was making sticks, because I was like, right, I'm going to be out of action for 2 to 3 months. I need a lot of sticks in the works, so that my dad can just finish them off. I'll do all the bits that I can, and so I spent like all Christmas like working like a maniac, like, where all you guys were enjoying your Christmas food and stuff. I was like, damn, I'm going to be out of work for 2-3 months. I'm going to have to get my nuts chopped off, one of them. I'm going to have to do all of this, manage my business. How am I going to do the school run? And it kind of showed myself too the type of man that I am and how I react. Like, I just wanted to look after all the people around me. I really didn't really care about myself. Okay, someone says, a friend of mine had a prosthetic nut inserted. For some reason, it bothered him having only one. Yes, the doctors asked me about this, and they were saying if you put a prosthetic nut in. But the problem with the prosthetic nut is that when you deal with different temperatures, your nuts like expand and contract and different things. And like when you have that inside you, it feels like an alien and stuff. And then they usually said there's a bit of complications with putting in a prostate nut, and it can cause a few a longer recovery time, when you have a prosthetic nut. And to be honest, like, I didn't really care how it looked. You know, it's you know, it's a ball. It's like a sack with two balls in it. Like, it's not the best visual in the world. If there's one nut or two nut in there, like, visually, who cares? Like, it's a vanity thing. And it's not like, you know, I'm you know, in the dating marketplace, and you know, I have a harem of like, you know, 15 girls or something like that I go to. So like, you know, I've been living like a monk for a while. Let's see. Gandalf says, do you take vitamin D supplement? Really important for the old immune system. Yes, every day, my man, especially in the wintertime when you get no sunshine. I got into the old vitamin D during COVID and stuff because my vitamin D was actually quite low. When I did my bloods in December, when I was getting tested for my bloods by the doctor, and my vitamin D was quite low, they said. So I've been on a lot of vitamin D supplements, and I think everyone should on them as well, especially, you know, or get out in the sun, a bit of sunshine as well. As men, we all delay. I'm happy you're on the mend. Yes, I know, man. It's like, it's so, and like, I'll go out, I'll make some videos and try to encourage guys that, look, you know, if your girl tells you there's something up, if you notice something yourself, if something's not right, go see the doctor. We see, like, everyone kind of lost faith in the healthcare system after COVID and after different things. And going to the doctor is a pain in the ass too. You have to wait there for hours and different things. And I had a female doctor, and like, as stupid as it sounds, I did feel a bit weird about going to her with my nut problem. Like, you know, and like, it shouldn't have, and I should have been like, all right, I'm just going to go in. But like, I just felt a bit weird about, like, you know, with women doctors and nuts and all like that. And but look, these are all things you just have to, like, you know, put to the side and get over, and different things as well. And you know, I'm looking at it with hindsight. Like, in the moment, man, it's completely different. But yeah, don't delay. Like, you know, if you know, if you're a man, prostate cancer, things like that, as you get older, you gotta like check up as well. Prostate cancer checks from your 50s. A doctor's going to shove his finger up your butt. It's not going to be pleasant, man. You're going to feel like you're in prison, you know. But you know, you got to do these awkward things, like, and it's just awkward. But if you catch things early, like, it's 2 months of misery, but you get the rest of your life. You know, it's a nice trade-off. Look, we'll give you another 20 years or 2 months. You know, which do you prefer? Like, so you got to get over your pride. I think, like, that's the one, like, as men, you know, we're very masculine, especially guys that are, you know, of this community as well. Like, we all grew up, you know, at the same type of time. We're older lads. We've seen a bit of the world and different things. And sometimes you just have to, you know, put yourself forward as well, and different things. Let's see now. Doing okay. Hopefully, I'll find a quality portable folding workbench, or maybe find a 3-inch by 3/4 sheet plywood with folding legs to screw into plywood as well. Yeah, very good. Maybe just local hardware store or something like that. They might have the supplies that you need as well. Gallows humor. Let us know you're doing better. That's a good sign. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been dealing with it for a while. I've had this news now for months. We're into March. Like, I've known for a while, so I've kind of got used to it. I've said it to myself, like, the best thing you do is just say it to your family. I told the kids, and I just made a big joke about it, and they're just laughing as well. They just think it's kind of funny that, like, I'm a bit kind of like, you know, hobbling around and different things and slow, and I can't lift things and stuff like that. You know. But and then again, my middle son, he's just joking all the time. All the jokes about having one nut, I've heard them all already, man. Let's see. On Instagram, WM Spy says prostate cancer has been like an epidemic around. Yeah, it hits a lot of men. It's a slow one, and it hits guys in old age. But yeah, it's like anything. If you catch it wrong, but having a testicle removed slightly lowers your risk for prostate cancer. So I was told. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I was told in the hospital. Francis, good to see you. Hey, Ron, I'm still going. And Muri's laughing away at my sense of humor. Workmate are a firm that make great folding bench. Joe, there's my dad giving some advice. You know, he's always helping people and stuff. Is good. Knowing you and are counting the days you missed cutting. I did, but I had to pay. I paid a load of guys. I got a new guy to do. I had to, like John, I had to actually pay some guys to make sticks for me as well. I had a load made over the Christmas. I got my dad making. My son, who's 15, actually came in and did sing. I said, look, and then I had to outsource as well and get some sticks made. And but it's one of the things when you have a business, and you have to maintain your business as well. You have to keep the salaries paid for. You have to make sure all the bills are different paid, and you have to keep the revenue coming in. So it's and I have missed going out and cutting and different things. But luckily, like, there was this one guy who just came at the right time, and I know he watches the stream and stuff, but I won't say it, of course, who he is. But yeah, he this one guy came out of the woodwork, so to speak, and he has been cutting sticks every week. I met him today and collected a number of sticks off him. And I think all the sticks he's collected up to today, the end of the cutting season, was yesterday. And then next week is another shipment for me as well. Another guy has another few hundred sticks for me, and another guy has cut another probably 500 or 600 waiting for me as well, in addition to the ones I had beforehand. So yeah, like at the very end, I managed to get in the quantity for the season as well. You've been told to watch out yet for squirrels. You keep the nut jokes coming anyway. It doesn't bother me, my man. So that's part of Irish humor. Like, you have to joke about these things. Like, there's no value. There's nothing just feeling sorry for yourself and all of this as well. You just need to have a sense of humor. And just like, the thing is, like, when you tell people you have or have been through this condition, like, they're really shocked and different things. And usually you just kind of want to like lighten the tone and stuff as well. I know I always give bad news joking around anyway. I love the walking sticks and love the style. Unfortunately, they are too pricey for a veteran in a budget. Guess I'll have to save up money. Yes, you save up. If you want something in life, you can do it. You just will save up every week. You can do it as well. The sticks, look, I have sticks from $100 up to $180 as well. Like, if you save, over the space of a few weeks, over the space of a month, all of these things, like, they can add up as well. But yeah, look, in life, look, if I want something as well, I do have to save up. And it's one of those things in life as well. And I'm only kind of middle range price. Like, my sticks are actually quite cheap. Most guys would sell them more expensive than me, and some of the more exotic woods, they even go for $300 to $800 as well. It's good to see you still got your sense of humor. Yes, minus my nut. But apparently now, I was called a Nazi once online because I said Irish sticks should be made in Ireland, and I was called a racist, and I was called a Nazi. So I think Hitler has one nut, so I have one nut. So there we go. There's a connection as well. Carl Barber, hi there. I need another stick and maybe an actual blackthorn. Very good. I'm your man. Go to McCaffreycrafts.com, click into the blackthorn section, and you can do that and see that as well. I think your profile pictures from that movie Mask. Remember, I saw that years ago. That was like a TV movie or something like that. I remember that. Thanks, John McCaffrey. I enjoyed what you've learned and from your son as well. And yeah, my dad's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for those that want to know what the GOAT means as well. My doctor puts me on vitamin D pills last year. I'm surprised how deficient I was. Yeah, like, I did a blood test and they said my vitamin D was like way down, and it goes way down in, like, I thought I was getting a bit of sun and stuff like that, and I had a bit of color on my face, but obviously not enough. I think everyone should be on vitamin D pills. It does make a difference. And the vitamin D, like, sometimes you feel if you take supplements, you're being ripped off, or a con, or there's no vitamins in them. But like, when I was taking the vitamin D supplements and then I got my blood test, like, it was in my blood test that the supplements were working. So I don't know, like, if all supplements are good and stuff. I just went in and got whatever. I just paid €15 for however many 100 pills or something, the vitamin D ones, and I'm just using them, and those ones are showing up in my blood, so obviously it's working as well. So those vitamin D pills seem to work, because sometimes you're skeptical of taking medicine if it actually works and stuff as well. I can't spell. Don't worry. Typos are fine in this type of thing. Most of us are low on vitamin D. I take it daily as well. Yeah, and but be careful, Mary, with your vitamin D, because sometimes it has a double meaning as well. When a lady said she needs some vitamin D, it means she needs a man to take her in the throes of passion in bed. Do you need some vitamin D? I'll give it to you. You'll see a lot of this childish schoolboy humor, locker room talk. But I think the world needs a bit more locker room talk and a bit to lighten up a bit. So you're glad you're on your mend. I agree with you, but a prosthetic nut made out of blackthorn would be legendary. Yeah, right. Yeah, man. Here, this is it. This is what it's going to be. I'm just going to cut this now and just, pop it in there and give it as well. But you see, if I use a blackthorn, being a dense, heavy wood, my nut is going to, my going to sag down as well. I look like one of those like little, little kind of stress machines with the balls that click against each other as well. But I'm not too sure how comfortable it would be to have a blackthorn nut. I'm getting into woodworking, Frank. Good. So I'm not sure about building a bench. I'm sure you can yourself and your son could easily build your own. Sometimes there's a time thing, like sometimes to make your own bench, if you have the time and it's a hobby, is fine. But if you want to get tons faster, just buy a ready-made one. Like, just because you're a woodworker doesn't mean you have to build every piece of thing yourself. If there's a bench, if there's different things, if something ready-made that's built, it's quicker just to buy it and get on with it and get working as well. Speed is important when you run a business and different things. Like I could make the nicest bench, do 100 videos about it, take my time, but then I've missed out on earning and different things as well. There's my dad getting the emojis as well. He's getting very cool in his old age. Indeed, Frank, you and your son are great at woodworking. My dad's way better. He's like a proper things. I'm handy at making like the walking sticks and the rustic sticks, and I've been doing walking sticks now since 2007. So we're at the 2024. So I'm good at doing that as well. But I'm not like a joiner that can do all the various things and staircases and roofing and different things to that. I'd have asked for the nut and mounted on good blackthorn. And nut knob stick ring to it would have been a big ball handle as well. Yes, everyone is always asking me for a big knob, and yeah, Dad had it. But no, what? It's actually been sent off to the science lab where they're dissecting it and they're going to test it out. And I don't know, man. They need to run some tests. And on next Tuesday, I've got to go back to hospital to meet the urologist, and he's going to tell me the results of when they chopped up the testicle and all the bits and pieces. And I don't really care about all those details and stuff. Like all I want to know is, right, I'm in the clear, everything's fine, and just get on with my life. I don't want to look back, or I don't need the details of these different things. I just want to get on with work, get on with life, get back to the way things were. It's in the blood, working in wood. Yeah. A lot of injuries occur in woodworking. Yeah. I was my whole life. My shoulders are still wrecked as well. I was always worried about getting my shoulder, my back, and everything. The last thing I expected was to get my to get a nut injury. Let's see. Timothy. Oh my God! There's a big long link as well. And Nutsack products, the sling. Okay. So you found me some product that I can use. I'll look at that after the live stream. Let's see. I know it was brief, but off to work I go, aka circus. Good work, Joe. Have a good day. Need to get a fake nut to keep from walking in circles. Get better soon. Love your outlook as well. Yeah, look, it's it's one of these things. So I'll probably going to make jokes at my expense forever on this as well. I'll be the one nut. Look what I can accomplish with one nut. It's like it really, I can't stress this enough. It's like a rocket fuel with motivation. It's like I feel this like surge about me after going through this, where I want to do so much. I want to dominate. I want to take over. I want to make the best sticks. I want to take over everything. And it's kind of made me very ambitious as well. And yeah, it's made me a bit more fearless. So it's kind of a good motivator as well, which is a very kind of weird thing to do. I must do a whole video on that once I kind of gather my thoughts on it. Take care, Mr. McCaffrey, Francis. Get well and be safe. I appreciate that, Joe. Your new range, nut sticks, good for you. Bit of banter. Took it off you as well. Yeah, sure. Look, it's lads. I have 2 gammy shoulders and I have 1 nut. And look what I can do in the stick community. I've created McCaffrey Crafts Limited, the biggest, most profitable walking stick business in the Ireland on fact. Okay, I made €336,000 last year on my published accounts, which will be published in the next few months. Or sorry, no, in the end of this month actually. You'll see all of that as well. So yeah, like it's there. So my cousin says, "You dirty dog." That's where I tuned into your dirty mind as well. Yeah. Look, it's one of those things. Sure, I've gone through the testicular cancer journey, and so it's best just to joke around these things as well. And you see now, now I can say all these things because I've gone through. Well, I technically I'm still going through it. Like, I don't know if anything else is going to happen, but yeah, I can talk with impunity now about my testicles and nuts, and I can say the most things. I can say things like quite strongly now. So it's giving me this kind of thing. But yeah, like cancer is no joke, man. But it's one of the cancers that I managed to get through. And never heard that one, Francis. That's hilarious. And the answer is no. Very good. By Joe. You dirty dog. Vitamin D. That's the first thing I hear after tuning in as well. Yeah. It's funny, like, because Michael John, how the internet is. These nuts jokes. I'm expecting loads of these nuts. You know, what do you want? One of these nuts? So I'll have to have a these nut joke now. But yeah, see, I can get away with all of these jokes now because I'm talking about my testicular cancer. But I can throw in a few little nut jokes as well. No, because I was talking about testicular cancer. It's all fine. All Francis, bless you. You're still correct. You're still good, cracking good form, and Frank is the goat. He is. My dad, my dad works. He has a great work ethic, and he's put that work ethic into me. Always be working, always be creating, always do more than everyone else. Like, there's a reason why I have risen, over a lot of other guys that set out in the same journey as me with the same ambitions. It's because it's because I just work 7 days a week. I work harder as well, and it's that as well. Michael John's catching up. Oh man, sorry for your loss. Yeah, I just have the one now. I have to give it a name as well. But yeah, it's not a big deal, man. It's like, it's, as again, the process sucks, man. It's quite painful for about 2-3 weeks, and then the pain goes down to about like a 1 or 2 out of 10. And it's not like the worst operation. Like, I'm sure half you guys have been through way worse than me. I have 3 over 6. I'm very happy with them. Keep one by the door as well. Yes. And now you have to buy one off post surgery, my post surgery range, where I have a new outlook on life, a new philosophy, a new way of making sticks, which is more or less the same way, except I just say it's different. Well, back to work, tell care as well. You're a dragon. Yes, I am, man. I've got fire blood inside me. Let's see, dragging these nuts on your face. Yes, that's it, man. I love these nuts jokes as well. I do them with the kids the whole time, wreck their heads. I do all the dad jokes in the car and stuff, like, you have to do it. Like, you have to do it. You'll be a married man soon, and you have a few sprogs of your own, hopefully, as well. But yeah, man, looking forward to your wedding in October as well. Give me something to look forward to as well, because like I need to actually. I'm going to a metal gig. I'm going to Emperor in Dublin next month. Do you know the black metal band Emperor? They're playing in the Olympia on the 24th, the Saturday. So I'm going because I know you're into metal, but I think you're into more a different. And I actually don't mind the Norse type of thing too. I think you're into more the Viking, Swedish kind of metal and the death metal or something like that. And but there's so many subsections, and everyone's so nerdy within the metal community. It's like, unless you know every band and every album and every color, and it's like a pissing contest when you speak to guys that are into metal. Oh, I know this, or you're a real fan, or you're a real fan. But I find that all kind of funny within the metal community as well. Let's see. Good day, everyone. Just stopped in to see what's going on in Blacktown. Well, Garen, you missed a lot of news. I'll repeat myself again. Garen, I've recovered from testicular cancer. Well, I'm on the recovery. I've had the operation. It's been removed. It's not a serious type of one to get. It's like, 95% survival rate. I'll be fine. I expect now plenty of one nut jokes and these nuts jokes, and as many references as possible. I think that, like, maybe by being a little bit vocal about it, it might, like, again, help someone who is going through it, and not everyone as well. You like Emperor? I actually do too, man. I think they're pretty good. That'll be a great gig. I'll have a look to see if I'm not working and maybe head along to. I could only get, like, I was kind of worried about my operation, and I kind of timed it to have something to look forward to at the end of the 2 months. So, like, I got tickets for me and my daughter to go to Emperor, but I got seating. I got up in the seating because I was a bit worried about my stitches, and like, I have a 7-inch incision just below my stomach a bit, where they kind of reach down and stuff. So like I'll be in the sitting at the top upstairs because I was worried about it, but I still want to go to gigs and do things. So that's kind of like the first thing I kind of treated myself to. Like I wanted to see something as well, and Emperor is kind of like I just like that kind of the black metal sound. It's a bit off, it's a bit distorted as well. But them and Immortal are like, in terms of like black metal bands, I like. For me anyway, my daughter's is different. She's into like mad stuff, but I kind of like I like Immortal, and I like Emperor, and like Burzum. I know it's cheesy, man, but Burzum is Burzum and Zvarg. I like that atmospheric kind of sound and different things as well. First album, of course, by the lad that that isn't in this planet anymore because of him. But anyway, that's good news. It was Cotton. I was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2016, did surgery and removed it. It's the best way, man. It's like, as a man, if something is wrong and you catch it early, boom, you're fine. Look, 2016, Garen, 2024, man, you're still here. And it's great that you got that early. And I'm really happy, to hear your operation was a success. I think it's important. But yeah, like maybe I'll become some advocate now for that. And, I suppose like the main thing is just like, it's a 2-month shitty process, 2 to 3 month process where you feel shitty and stuff. So if I can like be there with words of encouragement to some guy at the start where they're questioning, like if they hear that I went 6 months and I'm all right, it might make them feel a bit better that they're not beating themselves up. Because like I didn't go for 6 months and I knew something was up, man. It just felt wrong, and I should have earlier. But like 7-inch what? I can still rise to the occasion. I had to check that out, but for the first 2 weeks, man, it was not an option, man. I was pushing rope, as they say, pushing rope, but it still works, because like they said there that it's, let's see, that you might have some, you might need some pills to rise to the occasion again, but I'm still able to rise to the occasion. Especially when I think of my sticks. And when I hear the sound of the money ringing on my phone from sales, that's what turns me on. Well, a 6 centimeter tumor isn't exactly early, but they did get, that is very big, man. Like that's a huge tumor as well. But like sometimes something that's internal inside you can't see it. Like, it's very hard to spot something at the early stages as well. Let's see, just give us a rendition of Nice Spirit. I'll sing along to. I'd have to get the vocal cords kind of going as well, but yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I've always liked, like I listen to all different types of music. I like electronic music. I like a bit of like synth and dark synth wave and different things like that. I like the 80s kind of synth sound. I like kind of like some goth music and things as well. But black metal, there's something good about it as well. Nice spirit, nice. No, I can't do it at all, man. But yeah, like the thing is, the black metal scene is like, it's it can be a bit cringy and different things, but like I don't know, man. It's just like Mortal are good and Emperor are good. Some of the other bands, they're like the next wave that came out after that. I wasn't really too into it, and I don't know an awful lot about the black metal scene. Like I just kind of listen to them, and I kind of like, when I'm driving or something like that, and it just sounds good, man. It just gets the blood going, and it's sometimes as a man it's very, you just that feeling inside you, man, you just get, and that there's something special about metal music as well that I know all too well that you understand in your journey as well. But yeah, I'd be looking forward to finding this woman that tamed you, my man, because like you've been single for too long, man. You waited too long to tie the knot with this one, so she must be a great girl. I know nothing about her, and I'm sure I like, as I said, I'm looking forward to your wedding as well. That should be a bit of a laugh as well. And yeah, I'm actually, you want some shillelaghs? I'll give you 2 of these. That'll be your wedding gift. Then I won't have to give any cash. Just kidding. But yeah, I'll bring you, like you said, you want some shillelaghs for your wedding. And if anyone else is watching as well, I'm going to do a bit of a sales plug here. If you are getting married, why not consider a shillelagh for the groomsmen? This is a very good idea. So if you've got 3 or 4 groomsmen and you have a connection of Ireland and you want to connect with your Irish heritage, why not get a McCaffrey Crafts shillelagh? Perfect for weddings. You can order them in 3, in 4, in batches. You want 10 of them, you just contact me, McCaffreycrafts.com, send me a message. I'm your man. With one nut. There you go. A cheesy little plug at the end. So if anyone's getting married, the best marriage gift, a shillelagh. You can buy, look, if you're there and your brother, sister, cousins, uncles, child's third remove relative is there and you have to buy a wedding present, you don't know what to buy, can't go wrong with a blackthorn shillelagh. Like, you know, these little small ones are handy. I have plenty of them. You can get the walking aids too. Oh, I've got to mention, my man, I have like loads of hiking sticks. I have hiking sticks on the way too. I have a lot of these nice little hiking sticks that I've been working on as well. I wanted to show you, but like, I'm not the quickest with going up. This one is made for me by a good friend. He made this for me as well, man. So, you know, he made me a few. He said I can sell them as well. He makes me another, but I do like this one. It's got loads of nice little knuckles and different things on that as well. But like, it's business as usual with McCaffrey Crafts. I have planned, because I am meticulous in planning for, I am a prepper. After COVID and stuff, I'm prepared for anything and everything. Actually, I need to work on my survival gear and stuff. You know, I think I need to buy some rice and have, like, you know, electrical generators and different things as well. That's probably the next thing I probably got to get into, become a prepper. But anyway, now you need to make an actual commercial out of that as well. Yeah. I got, you know, I'm trying to make commercials, but like, it's damn hard to find someone to work with. Like, I've been trying to find videographers and different things, and they're all big babies and lazies, and they're wimps. Like, one guy from Belfast, he was like such a whingy baby, man. And like, he was coming down, he was going to make this documentary, he's going to be this. He wanted me to get a hotel for his girlfriend, he wanted this and that, he wanted, and then he's like, oh, you know, you know, it's too much work, you know. And I was like, we agreed the price and stuff. Like, it's very hard. Like, so if I can find anyone who is not, like, you know, trying to fleece me, looking for like big company type prices, I do need to make more video content and commercials. I just don't have the time. Like, usually when I make my video content, it's just in the moment, press a button and I talk. I should really do some course on how to do better videography and stuff. Actually, I got to do it myself. That's the thing. That's a nice blackthorn there. Loads of knuckles, is indeed. I look up a guy, Arc Media from Ballymena, great professional guy. Well, John, the strange thing about videographers and video guys is that the best ones are in the north, from my research. The northern videographers and marketing companies are much better than the ones in the south. There's one really good one in Belfast, but like, they're just a bit outside my price range. I can't remember the name of them as well. And another thing too, John, is that a Northern Irish accent on advertising works very well. You know, that kind of Northern accent as well. You know, like, not the too much. You know, you need that kind of more neutral Northern Irish accent. You know, my Northern Irish accent isn't that good. So it is. But a Northern Irish accent is like a Newcastle accent for advertising. There are certain accents that are more trusting for, and they've done loads of these surveys and they've done a lot of research, because I'm a bit of a nerd into these type of things. And the Northern Irish accent is seen as more trusting. And when you speak slow and that kind of more neutral, you know, kind of slightly unionisty kind of sound to it as well, you know, that, because that's a bit more useful. The kind of Catholic Northern Irish accent has more of a kind of twang to it or something, and it's more that kind of like mildly unionisty type of accent, which is different from the other accent. That accent, and actually the Newcastle accent, is seen as being very very trustworthy, and it gets people's attention. So like, I would like actually to make a series of videos with actually, I looked that guy up. He said, what's his name? Arc. I'll just save this in my computer. Arc Media in Ballymena. BA. Like, I don't mind these guys, put them up in a hotel, come down for a day. In 2 days, they do it. Here we go. Arc Media, 5 reviews in Culbackie, Northern Irish Media Company. All right, man. I'll give them a shout to see if they do like a little like I want video content, but like all the companies in the south of Ireland, they think you're making a movie and they're trying to charge you thousands per day. Like basically they want to charge €1,000 per day to make a video content. So, like, come on, my man. Like, 500 a day is plenty. Like for a videographer, 1,000 per day is way too expensive. And make that into a short, and we can all share it, can we, guys, as well? Yeah, a friend, and if you like what he does, I'll put in a word for you as well. Yeah, like I don't mind. If like once they're like usually, as I said, the all the marketing guys and like that are good that I when I look at their content and they can actually do real video editing and they actually have a bit of style and they know how to do camera angles and lighting. The truth is, there's a whole community of guys up in Northern Ireland, especially around Antrim. I don't know, is there some course at Queen's or there's something, but the standard is just the best in Ireland. They put, I looked at the companies around Kerry and they're useless. I looked at the ones in Cork. I looked at the media companies in Dublin. And it's just like, they charge way too much for very average type of videos. Then the best ones were the company in Belfast. And then I was always trying to find, then I found this one guy, this freelance guy that seemed to be okay. And he was charging me 500, I think it was £500 per day, but he's going to spend the whole day making content. And as well, what kind of accent is Roma Downey? I don't really know who Roma Downey is. Wait, is that a person? Roma D.O. She's an actress and film producer. I have no idea. She's a Northern Irish actress, so she's probably from the north then. So she probably has a Northern accent. But that Northern accent is under surveys of more believable. The Cullybacky Pipe Band is one of the best I've heard. Am I safe to go there? Am I safe to go there? But I've been to loyalist areas before, and I've had no issue as well. I think like up in the north now, it's a lot different than it was in the 80s and 90s. And like money unites in business. And sometimes you can have like what I found now with like, there's always a stereotype that, Republicans and unionists hate each other and different things as well. And like, of course, there's an ideology there and stuff. But like, I've met loads of guys from both sides in the north. You can have the crack, you can have a bit of banter with. Their intention is not fine. They'll call you names, you'll call them names, and it's perfectly liable as well. And like this whole kind of thing in Northern Ireland, I think that like it's starting to kind of like, and I hope it stays like it's kind of fizzling out, like the hatred that was there, and like it was like anywhere in the world. Like one side had hurt, the other side had hurt, and then it just kept going. And it was tit for tat, going back and back and back as well. So it's like it's not all like that. Yes, mate. And Liam Neeson, yeah, of course, he's from Ballymena as well. But yeah, like it's like sometimes people from the south, they're literally afraid to go up to the north because they've heard, they see the marching parades on the 12th and Dumcree, and they still, and that was like 1998. That was like, what is that, like a quarter of a century ago, like, and stuff like that. So like they always kind of are a bit scared about going to Northern Ireland, because I've had these talks before and I'm like, lads, go up to Portrush. You can go into areas which are they're fine. Like once, but I've never had a problem with different areas that I've gone into. Sometimes for business and for different things, I've had to go into different areas and different things. And money unites every ideology as well. If there's business to be done and both sides benefit and both sides are happy, it's fine. Like I've had, customers in my marketing business and from the north, from both sides and different things as well. But yeah, like it's, I think it's one of those things that needs to be talked about more as well. That there isn't this big division as people think between the two different ideologies in Northern Ireland. Like, it's just two kind of philosophies. Like, and now with the Northern Ireland Assembly coming back, I hope, they can actually do things to help people in Northern Ireland, as opposed to this political back and forth. We want it all. I think like sometimes with politics in the north, John, and I don't know if you agree with me as well, is just they forget about the people. They need more jobs. They need to bring in more business to Northern Ireland as well. You know, there needs to be more money coming in. There's a lot of great workers and great people, and there is a very good work ethic in the north that I've seen that as well. Let's see, by the way. And Big John, you're 6'3", 23 stone. I'll guarantee you be safe. All good up here, bar the immigrants. Yeah, we've got a bad batch of immigrants in too, man. The Algerians, they cause problems with the knives and different things as well. But yeah, like actually, I might come up. I actually probably will. Like, I don't mind. I'll come up sometime to see you. You've been on the stream enough. I'll come up for. I'll see if my dad will come up. We might do a trip to Northern Ireland. We have to go up to the north in October, and if we can get away from get away from mom, swing over to Ballymena, have a pint, have a chat, and just talk. As I said, like actually, we were talking about you in the car today, John. Me and Dad. Your name came up in conversation. My dad actually gave you a compliment because, like, today I was driving to collect some wood with my dad, and I don't know what came up, and my dad was like, you know, that Elliot lad, he makes nice sticks and stuff. And then we were having like, and I said, yeah, but I wonder how long he takes them. And then I was comparing my sticks. I said, look, sometimes in a business I need my sticks to come out, and like I was kind of debating with my dad. I said, like, John makes really nice sticks, but like it looks like he puts a lot of work and time into them, which is good, you know, for your business. But I wonder how quickly, if things got busy, and how could you scale up, and would that be an issue with you as well, and different things. But yeah, my dad likes your sticks a lot, John. Your standard is very high, nice finish, nice pictures as well. I can see you put a lot of time and effort into your sticks as well. Of all the hobby guys, you know, you make authentic good sticks as well. Your man Paddy Rapmore, who that lad, he makes okay sticks too. He's nice. He's nice. His sticks are nice. I find him a bit funny, just to, you know, to poke a bit of fun with, but he seems all right. You know, whoever Batman is with a secret identity, who is Bruce Wayne, but his sticks are actually nice too as well. The other lads in the north, you know, they just don't like me for, you know, childish reasons and stuff like that as well. The Tyrone lads, stick makers, like, you know, one of them used to call me and used to say some threats to me over the phone, and then I had to kind of research who he was and found out, and I called him, and there's a bit of history there and stuff. Childish stuff, like, you know, and stuff like that. But the Northern Irish stick makers, it used to, like, the Northern Ireland blackthorn trade was huge. Like, there was more of a history and tradition in blackthorn stick making in, say, the 70s and 80s and 90s in the north, more so than in the south as well. And you know, like, um all the blackthorn that used to be made for Belfast and sold all around Belfast. I met the guy who actually did that, because when he had some illness and he was going out of business, and his son contacted me, and I went up to meet him, and we met in a hotel, and he told me all the story, and he showed me all his blackthorn, and he was the main guy in the 80s, and he would supply all the blackthorn to Belfast, and he used to get it down in Fermanagh, around the Florence Court area. There used to be this whole big there used to be like a plantation of blackthorn, and they were doing it like professionally. Like, he was like doing it as a proper business as well. It was like his full-time job, and they used to coppice it all around the Florence Court area. And I found this history like really amazing and interesting, and I wanted to get him like on video to tell his story, because it was like so cool. I have his name written down too. It's like a really unusual kind of name. What was the dude's name again? His son drives a little mini, and he does car racing. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I have it written down somewhere. But yeah, he used to do all that. Hello Frank. How are things? Good. Hi, Garen. Thanks, buddy. Means that. Yeah, look, I'm a straight talker. Like, you know, even if I don't like someone, I can recognize they do good work as well. Like, you know, like all the guys in the stick community, the stick standard is pretty good. Like, there's no one I look at their sticks and go, yeah, that's really crap and stuff like that. Like, most guys are good, but like, in fairness, John, you you put in a more effort. I can see it in your sticks as well. You take time in the finish. You like you have good pieces of wood that you're working with as well, and you're aiming at speed and numbers and quality, fine balance. Yeah, that's the thing. You see, what I do is I try to make it a business, and I need speed, quality to be, and I specialize in a rustic type of sound. I don't make like the really kind of gentleman's canes that a guy in a suit is going to walk with and show off and be like, look at my, like, you know, collection museum piece. Like, I think there is a market for those type of sticks, but I think as we go into recessionary times, that segment of the market will get hit more. And the segment of the market I'm with was the mid-range, authentic, rustic type of sticks. I think those ones, they're the kind of bread and butter sticks that people actually use. They're everyday sticks. They scuff them, they hit them, they destroy them. They use them as their everyday pair of suits. It's like a lad having his tracksuit. He wears it every day. It's really good. He has a nice Adidas, nice Puma, but he's going then, in his Armani suit or his Hugo Boss suit to a wedding or something. He'll have a different ones. But yeah, it's like, I'm always very interested in talking about the business side of the walking stick sides, but like, I think I bore people too much if I talk about the business side as well. I'm going to name a lot more oil fishes, easy to maintain and faster to make. What the only thing about the only thing about oil finishes, like, they look great on bare wood, but they're not durable enough. So like, the thing about oil finishes, like the Danish oil is the best one because it's mixed with varnish, and with Danish oil you use three coats. The first coat, as you know, you mix it with white spirits and it seeps in and it goes down hard and really, really hard. So like, you put on an ample supply, it seeps in with the, and then when you mix it with the the two portions to the portion with the white spirits and Danish oil, it has the most durability of the oils. But like, the thing about like boiled linseed oil, which your man Paddy likes to use as well, and it looks good as well. But like, and if you actually go online and research about which is durable, which is different things, like, what I'm saying is not really opinion. It's like, it's out there online if you kind of research into different things. The Danish oil is probably the most durable finish as well. Tung oil and teak oil and stuff looks good, but it's not really kind of hard working. So like, usually you have to mix the oil with something, and like, I'm sure you'll do that. So like, if you like, the thing about oils is you have to kind of put something with it just to give it that durability. And it's like a little cooking formula. Like, you kind of mix and match and put in different ratios, and then you get a nice like ratio, and you get a nice thing in the oil. But like, it's so weird as well because sometimes paints go off with best before dates. Sometimes like, you'll have one bucket of paint and it looks great, and the next one is coming out a little bit dull or satin and want to get a higher gloss. But like, the oil finishes, the only thing I don't like about the oil finishes too, and you probably know this, is the drying time. It takes forever to dry. And like, what I was happening with me with the oil finishes as well, there was always flies or bugs getting stuck in it, or little things, or I had it. And then like, sometimes with the oil finishes, it's like, it gathered, like, the oil is kind of more kind of liquidy, as you know. So sometimes like in the black turn, like, there's little grooves and little crevices. And then sometimes, like, if there's like little grooves or crevices here, like, sometimes the oil can kind of gather in there and it just comes out a little bit and it kind of highlights it enough. But like, but you do it, like, you smooth them down, and when you're using different pieces of wood. And what I've always said about finishes is that different finishes for different sticks. If the stick has a really lovely wood grain and you sand it down like pretty well and there's no kind of texture in it, oil is pretty good. But the best one is probably still the Danish oil, if you have to kind of, just because it's mixed with varnish, and because when you put that very first coat in mixed with white spirits and it seeps into the wood, that's kind of like the best one. To do that. I've used all the finishes over the years. I've used the polyurethane, I've used the tung oil, I've used the various varnishes as well. I've used cellulose-based ones. I've used the Danish oils as well. I've used like all the different ones. Like, the best finishes are the dangerous ones, and I don't like to use them. The ones that are going to blow you up. Like, you don't want explosions in your house in the north, man. You'd be getting into trouble. But you know what I mean. And like, it hasn't happened to a lot of, but a lot of oils are very flammable. So like, when you put on your lint cloth and different things, and sometimes you will just leave it, and if it just scrunches up a little bit, it can spark up and different things as well. Hi Forearm King, very nice to you to join us as well. Thanks. And Steve K says hello as well. Thank you for joining the community. I'm just about to actually go now. I need to get some food, and sorry that this live stream was a little bit sad, talking about my journey to recovery. But as I said at the start, I put a little message to Phoenix, and I want to inspire people that, you know, when you get hit with bad news and different things, how I went through it. And I hope that my story that I've been through over Christmas kind of helps in different things as well. Have the police round the copter is always over us. We must think we're growing weed and the heat in the stream are on the steep going, yeah, yeah. There's like, oh, did you hear about the Mexican cartel story and what happened in Kerry? It was a huge, huge, huge story, my man. Like we had oh, it's too long to tell the story now. I might tell that in next week's stream about the Mexican cartel, the Sinaloa cartel, and El Chapo, and the connection to Kerry and to my hometown and to my neighbors and to the Ballyseedy Garden Centre, which was a front. And oh my God, man, it's like if you Google, if you go online and Google the Sinaloa cartel Kerry, the Sinaloa cartel Kilorglin, the Sinaloa cartel Tralee, and you look at the news stories there, man, it'll blow your mind, man. It'll blow your mind. All right, John, take care. I'm gonna go now, guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thanks for the well wishes for my health. I'm on the mend. You know, it's not the end of the world. You can recover from all cancers, and hope you guys, you know, if you ever have to go through anything shitty or terrible, reach out to me, send a message. Like, I really don't, I'm really like fine like that. And okay, guys, thanks very much. There's some last messages. Hope you're well. Can't. Does Ireland have a Ministry of Truth now? There's so much happening in Ireland, man. Like with this hate law bill they're passing and so many things. All right, guys, I'm off. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the stream. Okay, I gotta go. All right, bye bye.